Yeah, he doesn't really have anything researched for the Ghost, so it's not a very powerful unit right now, especially without Cloak. We got one Observer on the way for Shadowsbane anyway, so I think he'll be okay for spotting these Ghosts if and when they ever get Cloak. Zoku decides to take out these rocks at the gold expansion. He really should focus on getting this expansion here saturated. Look at this. There's not even that many SCVs at his main, so that is a serious problem with keeping a good economy. And Shadowsbane, like he's got 60 probes, so it's even time for him to get another expansion going here. And he's working on getting that gold as well. So good timing. We got Zoku putting up another expansion when, he could have spent that 400 minerals just on producing more SCVs. He really doesn't need to stretch this small army out any thinner than it is already. So I don't know if it's a good idea for him to send up that expansion, but I guess he's feeling like there's been no pressure from Shadowsbane. Really, he should have pushed in long ago, but I guess when you feel really good about your economy and you can pump out units pretty fast, it's actually pretty tempting to not be the aggressor and kind of hang back and keep macroing up an army. What do we got here? 7 warp gates up. We got 2 robos pumping out colossi. The zealot legs are coming out. We're not too far away from getting the extended thermal lance for the colossi, so I guess he's just researching so many upgrades right now that he wants to wait for those to finish before he does a push in. Now another scan goes down for Zoku, and that is going to spot a really well positioned army for Shadowsbane. Like, this is very strong defensive position. 2 immortals here right on the edge, 3 photon cannons, a pile of stalkers, 2 colossi just with excellent coverage. Like, these 2 colossi here, they're gonna cover this entire area of attack. So like, if Zoku pushes in, he's going to be in some serious trouble. And that's a pile of zealots. So the army size definitely favoring Shadowsbane by, well, it was almost 9,000 or 900 minerals for a second there, but of course things continuing to get pumped out. 2 Vikings here to deal with those colossi. You really got to have more. He's got 2 Vikings sitting over here at his main base, but if Zoku is ever planning on doing much, he's going to have to be massing his ball right here in the middle so as to stop any kind of expansion for Shadowsbane while he expands, to this gold. He should, take this far one if he wants to stay in the game, and he should have way more than 34 SCVs. So, 62 SCVs right now for Shadowsbane. That is a good, solid economy, and that is what's going to win him this game, I think. 3 Vikings there should really start getting focused down by the stalkers, and we'll check and see. Like, they're still not being focused down by the stalkers, and that was a really bad move. He didn't have to lose really any colossi, because look at that, he's got blink for the stalkers. If the stalkers blinked over, it doesn't matter how close they are to the marauders could reach them anyways. So but just out of a pure unit advantage there, Shadowsbane pushes forward, and again he's a little tentative moving in, and you have to know, like, that in the middle of the map there is where Zoku was massing all his troops. So I really don't see the point in hanging back like this when he has such a clear advantage. But and look at that, like 2,000 minerals saved up. He's got a whole pile of, I guess with a whole pile of reinforcements coming in. That's the only reason to hang back, and they get there. So not too bad a play. If you can just hang back for 30 seconds and then macro up 10 stalkers and an immortal. I guess that's worth the wait. So my bad there. And look at this. Zoku, he can only pump out so much. He's down to 323 minerals. He's still only got 35 SCVs. You know, if you're looking at your expansions and they look like this, you got, you know, I mean, so many spaces between your SCVs, and it's obviously not saturated. We got a bunch of probes sitting here. This, you know, this is an oversaturated mineral field. That's what you're going for, because as it gets oversaturated, then you expand. That's just your timing. So I really would have liked to see Zoku make a whole lot more SCVs in this game. Here's the main battle here. But again, like with this amount of stalkers, and Shadowsbane is good at focus firing those marauders. He knows what to do there, so they just stand no chance. Zoku GG's out of that game, and really that was a game purely based on economy. Like once Shadowsbane got 2 full mineral fields saturated, he had, you know, 2 robos, 7 gateways. He could just constantly pump out units. And Zoku just wasn't keeping up macro wise. So for any of you out there playing Terran or any race at all, you really got to saturate these mineral fields. Never stop pumping out the probes, SCVs, drones, whatever it is, because in the long run you are going to get mowed down. And Shadowsbane didn't even have to set up this gold expansion because his economy was so good by the end. So thanks for listening, and that's it for me.